Good afternoon from the Universal Orlando parking garage. We are headed in today because we haven't been here for a minute. We're gonna go over to Islands of Adventure. There is a store back in the Lost Continent that's called the All Hallows Boutique, and it changes from season to season, somewhat similar to the Tribute store, not as intricate, but right now it is in a Mardi Gras / voodoo theme. We're gonna check that out. Circus McGurkus over in Islands of Adventure in Seuss Landing has a new menu, just reopened with a new menu, and we haven't tried it yet, so we're gonna go over there and have some lunch. Then we'll come back over to Studios, we'll have a look around, see if there's anything that we haven't seen before. They did do some like drone testing out here the other night, like right around midnight, and there hasn't been anything announced for a drone show, or we don't know anything about that. Might have just been a test, might have just been like, let's see what we can do. We don't, like testing out like maybe a vendor for the drones or something like that. We don't know if there's gonna be a drone show is what I'm trying to say, but they did test it out. So we're gonna go over and have a look around the lagoon, see if we can see any infrastructure for a drone show or anything like that. Also, we'll have a look at DreamWorks Land and see if there's any construction update that we can see there. So it's gonna be a nice, fun day at Universal Studios. Let's head inside. All right, so now that we're in CityWalk, we are gonna be heading over to Islands of Adventure first. Normally we go over to Studios. Today, doing a little bit different, going to Islands of Adventure. And on our way over, we're passing by the Universal Studios Legacy store that has had all of its signage taken down. We've heard hopes and dreams, possibly rumors that this is going to be like a preview center for Epic Universe. Nothing confirmed, but this is what people in the community are hoping for, or maybe they've heard that it could be. So here's something that I feel like I have said numerous times before, but I haven't said it recently because I don't know, I feel like it's such an interesting fact, is that here outside of Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville and CityWalk, there's a little outpost here called the Lone Palm Bar. A little bit of a lie, there's a lot of palms out here, but back here there's an airplane. This is the Hemisphere Dancer, and this is Jimmy Buffett's plane, and this is the plane that the song Jamaica Mistake sings about. And you can see, oh, they put like little bullet holes in it here, where they've fixed it after it was shot from that song. See if we can find any other bullet holes. There's that one right there for sure, but I feel like there's a bunch of them. Let me check around the other side. I'm not seeing any other ones, but there are definitely other bullet holes from when Jimmy Buffett had that day where he flew down to Jamaica and they shot at him. And there's a little sign here that says Jimmy Buffett piloted this plane on his journey through the Caribbean, as written in his book A Pirate Looks at 50, and is the inspiration for the song Jamaica Mistake. The Grumman made Albatross, originally built for the, okay, this is talking about the actual like airplane. But yeah, it's cool. It's a cool little piece of Jimmy Buffett history that's here at Margaritaville or at CityWalk. All right, we made it over to Islands of Adventure. Let's head inside. Here we go. This is where the adventure begins. All right, so all of Islands of Adventure is kind of situated in a circle. And I don't know about you guys, but for whatever reason, I just prefer going to the right towards Seuss Landing rather than going towards the left towards Superhero Island. I don't know why. It's just my preferred way of going. Do you guys have a preferred way of going inside of Islands of Adventure? Plus, we're kind of going this way anyways because we're headed to, we're gonna head to Lost Continent, which is kind of like before Hogwarts back there. So you can kind of see, you can see Mythos right there through the trees across the pond. We're gonna be right across from Mythos, so it's a lot closer this way than if I were to go that way. There goes Hulk. For us today, we're not gonna go all the way through Seuss Landing. We're gonna take a little shortcut. It's the Zack's bypass right through here. So if you go to Green Eggs and Ham, you can make a left right through here, and this little pathway will lead you over to the other side of Seuss Landing, so you don't have to go through all of Seuss Landing in this direction, if you don't want to. I'll definitely have to bring Jackson out here one day to Green Eggs and Ham because he loves the book Green Eggs and Ham, and they do have Green Eggs and Ham tots, and thus why we say that we're headed towards the Zack's bypass, because there they are. Two Zacks will not go past each other. Also some nice bathrooms back here, and then also this right here. This is another thing that a lot of people that are Universal Annual Pass holders that come a lot mention.
Q is for Quan. Quan is for Quandary.
We'll say that occasionally. Also, look at how cool this guy looks for the men's room. I know that it's just like the kid from Cat in the Hat, but like, it looks cooler on this side. It's like him as an adult. And just like that, we're at Moose Juice Goose Juice. We're at the end of Seuss Landing and heading into Lost Continent. And of course, we will be back into Seuss Landing later because we are gonna go to Circus McGurkus for lunch. But for now, we are in the Lost Continent. Passing by Poseidon's Fury, which has been closed for a while now. Signs completely gone. There is just sitting here empty at the moment. There's also a theater right here called Sinbad Theater that's been sitting empty for a moment too. So we got kind of a lot of space over here for something. We don't know what they're gonna do with this. So we are heading a little bit further into the Lost Continent. I'm liking that the park's not really super crowded today. We'll have to see what some of the wait times are. So they just did this dance routine. They're inviting people in to learn the dance routine, to learn a dance routine, but like, that was exceptionally long for a dance routine. Like with King Julian over here dancing around, doing a full-out dance. It was very impressive. So we've made it a little bit further into Lost Continent, and if you all are familiar with the Talking Fountain is right over here. Really fun experience. There's an actual talking fountain over there that will talk to you and probably spray you with water. You can see there's water all around the ground up there. But we're heading into the All Hallows Eve Boutique, but this is the All Hallows Bayou Boutique because it is themed to Mardi Gras. See, we've got some voodoo dolls here as soon as we walk in. We've got a ship or a boat as soon as we walk in too. Oh, and all kinds of fun Mardi Gras merchandise. So everything that we're seeing in here should be the same merchandise that we've already seen before. Oh, some tarot cards. That's fun and exciting. Some pumpkins. Smells like a storage facility in here. There's a hearse. Oh, there's like fireflies. That's really fun. Spooky windows over here. This is super fun because it feels like we're on some sort of a ship or something, or some sort of a boat, like a haunted boat almost. And then also, there is some stuff that we haven't seen before, like this guy. He's like half man, half alligator. It's like the opposite of a mermaid, or sort of like a mermaid. I don't know, what would you call that? Not a mermaid, but like an alligator person. I like this. The Halloween shirt company says, "Only the dead need sleep." Feels like me right now. Yeah, it's kind of like a mix between a Halloween store and a Mardi Gras store. And you can buy like bedazzled cowboy hats in here too, if you're interested. Oh, there's like a seance table back here. Ooh. Oh, there's something happening there. Some sort of shapes. Or like a tarot card reading table maybe. What happened here? Oh, all kinds of symbols everywhere. Feels like Dr. Oddfellow. Oh, they're moving around too. Pretty fun. Some ducks, like Mardi Gras ducks, I guess. If you collect little rubber duckies, this would be the place to come. These are fun too. So interesting because it smells so musty in here, but it really like brings the vibe. You know, they're out on a nice date. Ooh, Creature from the Black Lagoon. A lot of Creature from the Black Lagoon merch. I didn't realize that this popcorn bucket lights up. That's fun and exciting. This hearse has got all kinds of candles and spooky skulls in it too. The interesting thing about this store in particular is they do sell art from local artists here. And they're fun. There's a lot of fun art pieces. I think so far my favorite one is this raccoon that is like going into goblin mode, I guess. I'll be having some of that trash. I also like this. It says, "You are nothing without me." And it's like a little like anamorphic coffee maker. He's fun. Reminds me of Roly Poly Oly, right? You can also buy voodoo dolls in here. You can buy one that's called Captain Sparrow. Buy one that's called Captain Hook. Mardi Gras Girl. Best Friend Forever. I like how creepy that is. A Nola Nurse. Bourbon Street Girl. Nola Angel? What is this? Baby Nola. Creepy. And there it is, my favorite piece of decoration that I've ever seen. Supposing a ghost ran after you. I always enjoy coming into the stores that Universal makes and just looking around at all the little decorations that they've found. Like, look at these fellows. And then even up high, look, those pumpkins are way up there. All right, so down in the comment section, I need your help. What is the name of this pirate bird? He doesn't have a name, but I want you to make up one for him. Like Captain Foul Feathers or something like that. You know, something good. See, it's funny because a fowl is like a bird and he has feathers like a bird, it's foul feathers. All right, so yeah, this is not a very big store, so there's not like a whole lot to see in here, but it is fun to come in here and have a look around. It's nice to get out of the heat and things like that. So now we're gonna head back into Seuss Landing and we're gonna go to Circus McGurkus, get some lunch. So the All Hallows Eve boutique, or Bayou boutique, is right there. And we're making our way back towards Seuss Landing. Like King Julian was right there. Seuss Landing straight ahead of us. But there's this store, kind of has like medieval stuff in it. You can get king and queen shirts. But they also have these two dragons that are red and blue, and they are dueling. This is not Dueling Dragons merch. It's just two dragons that are dueling that happen to be red and blue. Fire and ice. This is kind of a thing. They have a lot of dragon stuff in this store. Like this. And like back on the back wall, just some dragons. It's like a dragon store. There's a dragon skull right here you can get for $200. Just so happens that those were fire and ice, like blue and red. Also, one of the fun things about Universal is there's all kinds of background, not music, you can hear the music. There's background conversations, background noises, background things happening. The only other place I've seen this happen is over at Animal Kingdom at Disney. There are things that happen in the Africa area where it's like, or in Africa, where there's just like noises happening and conversations happening in the background, things going on. But all throughout Islands of Adventure, this happens. Well, this is kind of strange. Something that I noticed is as we're passing by Mythos, awarded world's best theme park restaurant from Theme Park Insider, I don't know when, at some point in their life. But this is where the ATM used to be. And the ATM has since been removed. And I wonder why. Why is there not an ATM here anymore? I guess a lot of people are not needing cash. This is kind of turning into a fun little day of me finding interesting things. So out here at Mythos, you can see he's looking down at his own reflection, I guess, somewhere, right? Is that what it is? Maybe I'm incorrect. But either way, okay, so up here, this is Mythos. This is normally supposed to have a waterfall coming out of it, I believe. But I looked down here and I saw this little fish down here. What happened to him? I don't know the backstory of this little fish. And just like that, back into Seuss Landing. But instead of taking the Zach's bypass area over here, we're gonna go straight towards Circus McGurkus. So our path through Seuss Landing just leads us straight. As you can see straight ahead of us, Circus McGurkus Cafe Stupendous. You can see high in the sky Seuss trolley train ride is right here too. And the Cat in the Hat and Thing 1 and Thing 2 are meeting out here, making our way through through Seuss Landing. The Grinch right there. Thus, we're not here to meet any characters. We're here to eat at Circus McGurkus Cafe Stupendous. And they have an A-frame sign out front that is telling you some of the new stuff that's here. The roast beef sandwich. I feel like I should get that. That sounds delicious. Oh, the magician meatball cone. Oh my goodness gracious. All kinds of interesting things. Chicken and biscuit. Oh no. Also, green eggs and ham chocolate cheesecake. Definitely got to get that. So before we head in, I did want to point out one thing. This is the main entrance to Circus McGurkus right here. But they do also have mobile ordering available. So back here by the bathrooms to the left of one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, there is a mobile food and drink pickup window right there. And that mobile food window is new, but we're headed into Circus McGurkus inside. So here's a look at the inside of the restaurant. And you can see this was where you used to order back here. This was the kitchen. It's been walled off because now everything is done mobily. So there's a QR code on the table. You order through the app and tell them that you're sitting at the table and they'll bring it out to you. Exact same process as doing mobile ordering outside, which is what we're gonna do because they'll bring it to the tables inside, but they won't bring it to the tables outside. And I would like to sit outside over there. It's very nice and quiet and secluded. But then also something else to note about this restaurant is that the high in the sky trolley ride comes through here. So you can see the high in the sky trolley comes in one side and out the other, right inside the restaurant here. Actually, as I was looking at the menus, there's two different menus for inside and outside, and I'll show you once I sit down inside what the differences are. So this is the menu inside. We can't get the roast beef sandwich outside. We can't get the magical meatball cone. We can still get the big top burger and the chicken and biscuit. Those are the most interesting things you can get. But then also, if you order outside, you can get the corn dog, contortion corn dog, which you can't get inside. So few little differences here and there. So yeah, you can't get, that's why we're inside, because I want to try and get some of the stuff like the roast beef sandwich. I'm gonna get that. And then maybe the magical meatball cone sounds really interesting. And then so does the chicken and biscuit though. Hot honey, but look at that, it's like a peanut shaped biscuit. I'll get a couple of them. All right, so here's what we got. We got the roast beef sandwich, and this was $18.99. This is a mushroom meatloaf, shaved ribeye, cheddar cheese, and crispy onions on a pretzel bun with curly fries. Also like there's like a tiny little patty melt on top. We also got the Big Top Burger. This is a fresh beef patty, cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomato, and onion on a red brioche bun with curly fries. This was $15.49. All right, and then we also got the chicken and biscuit, crispy chicken tenders and peanut-shaped biscuit, drizzle with hot honey and curly fries. This was $14.99. And then for dessert, we got the green eggs and ham chocolate cheesecake for $6.99. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. I love a good themed food. Look at how fun this is. I cannot wait to try this. All right, first thing we're gonna try is the roast beast. I gotta take this little tiny patty melt off the top. We're gonna try this part first. Oh, kind of like a rosemary flavor, but still very delicious. It has a little bit of a kick to it, like a garlicky kick. I can eat this all the time. So tender. They're almost done with this show. Thing 1 and thing 2 are leaving. All right, let's give this a try. Oh man. That is so good. It's so flavorful. There's like cheese sauce on it. There's crisp or onions. The mushroom flavor of the meatloaf really comes through. This is kind of ridiculously delicious, and it kind of tastes like there's like Thousand Island dressing almost, or like an aioli on a delicious pretzel bun too. That's good stuff. You have to just try the meatloaf part. It's hard to pinpoint the flavor of the sauce because there's like cheese and stuff everywhere. This is remarkably good. I was not expecting it to be this delicious. It has roast beef on it too. Man. Oh, and pickles. Oh my God. This is my favorite thing I've ever had at Universal Studios. Wow. I have to look at the description of it again. Mushroom meatloaf, shaved ribeye, cheddar cheese, crispy onions on a pretzel bun. So it doesn't tell me what the sauce is. So I ordered a bunch of stuff thinking I wasn't gonna eat it all. I don't wanna eat this whole roast beef sandwich, or roast beef sandwich, because it's probably one of the best things I've ever had at a quick service restaurant at a theme park. So tender and flavorful. Honestly, I'm extremely surprised about this. All right, so I've got like a lot of curly fries because everything came with curly fries. So I'm gonna try one of these curly fries. Yeah, a nice seasoned curly fry. It's good. It would be really good with like barbecue sauce. Those are good curly fries. I wish that I had the sauce from the roast beef sandwich to dip the curly fries in. I did not expect this. Like, I was not expecting to come here and be like, yeah, Circus McGurkus, greatest place that I've ever eaten. So good. Well, I mean, so far. I've only had one thing, really. All right. Oh, it's already dripping on me. Trying to try the Big Top Burger. Seems like just a normal burger. Yeah, I mean, nothing special about this burger, aside from like the color and the look of it. I mean, it does have good flavor. It is a little bit more flavorful and like thicker than a normal theme park burger. But they always do theme park burgers, especially at quick service, well done. And I feel like this would have been a lot better if it wasn't well done. I know that might be a controversial opinion, but, there's no sauce on it, like no, well, there is, I guess. There's something going on up there. I don't know what that is. But it could use some more sauce, a sauce. Also, the red in the bun gives it a different flavor. I don't know what they used to turn it red. Like if it was beets or if it was a food coloring or what. But the bun tastes different because of it. I'm glad that I got the roast beef sandwich because I wasn't going to originally. I was just gonna get this burger. No. Burger's not where it's at. I mean, it's not a bad burger, but could be better. So this is a little bit different than a quick service restaurant because they do give you actual like silverware and it's real plates too. Like, at least when you're eating inside. I don't know about eating outside. So we're gonna try the chicken and biscuit. There's the peanut. Oh my gosh, this is the hardest. It's like, can you hear that? Very like hard biscuit. Oh no, am I dripping honey on myself? No, okay, good. But it is covered in honey and chili flakes. So I'm gonna try just the chicken first without the biscuit. We'll see how it goes. You know, I can't really handle my spice anymore. I do like the flavor of spice, but I just can't eat it anymore. Oh, I left this like dirty old napkin up here the whole time. Whoops. But yeah, let's try it. This is gonna be a spicy, hot honey, like spicy honey. That is an enjoyable flavor. Sweet from the honey, it's still crispy from being fried. The spice isn't overwhelming to me. I'm actually not getting any spice at all. So I tried to get a little bit more of the chili flake and, you know, the honey on there. A good honey flavor, it's like a clover honey. But yeah, I'm not getting anything spicy at all in there. And I can see the chili flakes in there. but it's just not hitting me as spicy. I mean, the chicken's good. It's good quality chicken. It tastes nice. It's crispy still. The honey gives it a sweet flavor. Not like overly greasy. This is great if you're interested in like a honey chicken. That's not incredibly spicy, but there might still be a little bit of spice in there. This is where it's at. A high quality chicken, like white meat chicken. No, let's try this biscuit. If I can cut through it. What kind of, does it tell me what kind of biscuit this is? It just says peanut shaped biscuit. I'm kind of getting the feeling of like a Bisquick style biscuit. Okay, it's not as hard as it sounded. It's not as like crunchy. Could do with a little bit of like butter in there, but it is good. Like maybe have the option to have a little bit extra honey on there to really like dip the biscuit in the honey, because it would soak that honey right up. I'm gonna try to soak some of the honey from the bottom of my plate, let's see, into the biscuit. Pretty good with the honey. I would still like some butter though. I mean, here's the thing. The chicken was good. The biscuit is good. The curly fries are good. This is a good dish. It's just, I shouldn't have eaten the roast beef first because that was like changing.
Well, hi everyone, here. I'm the reader. Hello.
I guess they're gonna read a book right now. All right, that was interesting because I didn't show it because there's a bush here, but the reader came out, who's the guy that's going to read the Dr. Seuss story, and he brought the Grinch and Thing 1 and Thing 2 with him, and they were just heading to their meet and greets. So you can still hear him talking, but it's not for another half an hour that he's going to read his story. So it was interesting that they all came out, and he made the big announcement that they were coming out, and then he just sent them off to their meet and greet location. So the last thing that we have to try is the green eggs and ham, and this is a chocolate cheesecake. I love that it looks like green eggs and ham. They gave me a little tiny fork to eat it with. Let's see if I can get into it with this little tiny fork. Oh yeah, okay. Pretty flavorful, very cheesecakey, a little chocolatey. Not like grainy like a cheesecake though. It just has the hint of cheese in it. Oh yeah, right on top. The center of the egg, which is like a chocolate ball right there. That is some dense, rich chocolate on the top. Ooh, that's good. Oh, it's like a dark chocolate too. If you're a fan of cheesecake, I think you'll like this. Come here, get the roast beef, get the cheesecake. You will not be disappointed. In my opinion, I guess I should say. This is like ridiculous. It kind of looks like ham on the inside if you're like, take a quick look at it, doesn't it? Gross. This restaurant's where it's at. I'm very much enjoying everything that I've eaten here. The burger was just good. I would have been happy with it if I had just eaten it by itself, but because I ate the roast beef, that's what kind of put the burger down the menu for me. The roast beef was like game changing. Oh no, they started reading, oh, the places you'll go. It's gonna get me by the end. Kid, you'll move mountains. I honestly thought that I was gonna go over and order something from the to-go window too, but I am not. I am stuffed. Even though I didn't eat all of that stuff that was on my plates, I'm stuffed. I got a bag with me full of to-go stuff, taking it home to give some to Jen, but like, I'm like very, very full. Might try like a little tiny dessert before we leave. So we came back from Circus McGurkus back there. We're heading the long way through Seuss Landing, passing the Cat in the Hat. There's some construction malls here. I don't know what they're doing, maybe just some like refurbishment of the sign or the concrete there, because this isn't, you can still get to the gift shop and you can still get to the ride. So I think that this is probably just for maybe some concrete work, maybe something to do with these like the sign or this lamppost. As we're leaving Seuss Landing, something interesting that happened that I don't know why it happened, but if you look here at this sign, it kind of stops just above where it says Seuss. And if you look at this old photo over here, you can see it used to go higher. Like you see that flower looking thing just above the word Seuss, and there's a lot more to it. And that happened on both sides. And they cut them down, and I don't know why they cut them down, because it's kind of not finished either. You can see they just used like a spray foam up top there, and the weather is starting to degrade it. I don't know what was going on. Why did they do this? Does anybody know? Like why they cut off the top of these, like this entranceway? All right, we've made it up to the front of the park. That's all that we were checking out in Islands of Adventure. Now, we're gonna head over to Studios, have a quick look over at DreamWorks. So funny because as I pass by Toothsome, like this should be my jam, right? I don't know why. We haven't been back. We'll have to change that. We should come back to Toothsome. All right, we've made it over to Universal Studios Florida. Let's head inside and have a look at what's happening at DreamWorks. Inside of Universal Studios, I don't know why, but I typically go straight when I come in here, but today we're making a right through Hollywood. Not a lot of people here today, Not a lot happening here in Hollywood. It's interesting because it is hot out today, but look, Marilyn's wearing her shawl over there because it might be cold in the shade, but it's hot outside right now. Something else that happened is Mel's Drive-In was closed for a little bit for a full remodel, has since reopened. So there is a big long line to get in. So maybe I'll see if I can like pop in there because I'm not gonna order any food. Just wanna have a look around. So it is a very busy day inside of Mel's. Oh, you've got some delicious, delicious desserts on display over here. Yeah. It doesn't seem like a lot has changed. The one thing that a lot of people were very excited to see, this restaurant's a lot bigger than I thought it was the cool vintage looking Coke Freestyle machines. They look like old Coca-Cola refrigerators. I like it. Oh, I like that they have just like vintage hubcaps on display up here. A 56 Oldsmobile, 51 Pontiac, 54 Ford. Yeah. It looks like all of the chairs have been redone. Just the place was cleaned up, I think. Yeah. It's nice. And so because we just ate all that food over at Circus McGurkus, we're not gonna be trying the food here at Mel's. I think that there are a few new things on the menu. We'll have to come back, no worries. It's not going anywhere. We will be back. So now with Mel's behind us, right there, we came through Hollywood. We're heading into Central Park. And we're gonna head towards Animal Actors and make a right. And that will direct us straight into where DreamWorks Land is being built. So we come out of Central Park, we make a right, see some characters from Puss in Boots coming out to do their meet and greet. You can see Doc Brown over there. We can see Shrek's house off in the distance, or like Shrek's swamp over there. Doc Brown's taking notes. I wonder what he's notating. Something about time travel, I'm sure. Also, we can see there it is, Shrek's house off in the distance. You can see the roller coaster over there. And we can see a walkway kind of high up that connects over to Shrek's house. It's about all that we can see from this angle. Yeah, can't wait for this to open. There's gonna be a lot of stuff in there. We're gonna be able to have like a dance party with Gabby. There's gonna be some training with Poe. There's gonna be a Trolls roller coaster. There's gonna be a Shrek meet and greet. A lot of different things for DreamWorks. So that was all that I needed to come into Universal Studios to see. So we're making our way back out. It was a quick trip into the studios. Spent most of our time over at Islands of Adventure. Oh, just kidding. I want to head down by the water here in Central Park. See if we can see any infrastructure for drones. I don't know. Well, they definitely have like a big construction wall set up right there that they could use as like a launch location for these drones. But it kind of feels like they're just doing, you know, general construction over there. I would think there would need to be a little bit more space for the drones. And they could be launching from anywhere. They could be launching from backstage. They could be launching from that dock over there. But yeah, I don't see anything in particular. We do have some new fountains though for the new show, which we haven't had an announcement for yet, but I'm excited to see what they do. They're very close to the viewing area. Also, it should be noted that the last time we were here, the lagoon water level was much lower, so it exposed all the walkways underwater. You can kind of see them through the water in there, but for the most part, they're hidden. And this is the final like layout for the show. You can just barely see the nozzles sticking up over the water out there. Some of these things are water screens, and you can see this box right here is a projector that'll be projecting onto this water screen in front. And we've got another projector over there for this water screen. There's a projector further back there that I'm not seeing a water screen for that unless there's one kind of down in front of us here. I don't know, it's pretty interesting stuff to see the layouts of all these things. I can't wait to see what the new show will be. And still I don't see anything as far as like layouts for drones. And heck, they could even launch them from the top of the Fast and Furious building over there. That seems like actually would probably be the easiest. Or even the Mummy over here. All right, so there you have it. That was our trip out to Universal Studios Florida, over to Islands of Adventure first, and Universal Studios second. Fantastic day. The food at Circus McGurkus, way better than I would have expected. It was so good, and I'm just saying that just because of the that roast beef sandwich was phenomenal. I'm so glad that we tried that. It was delicious. Also, the All Hallows Eve boutique, fantastic. Like I said, it's not as themed as the tribute store, but I do like that they have another store that just has like a little bit more theming in it. I was supposed to go into the Pass Holder Lounge today and I didn't. Dang. Gotta see if they have any Epic Universe merch. They did before. We've got like 20 minutes. You think I can make it over there? Let's go run and see. All right, back inside. Islands of Adventure. Took us like 5 minutes to get here. We're good. So now, once we make it to the turning point, or like the fork in the road, last time we were in here, we went to the right, heading towards Seuss Landing. This time we're gonna go to the left and do Marvel Superhero Island and go through it and head over to Toon Lagoon. And just like that, we've made it through Marvel Superhero Island and into Toon Lagoon. And this is where the annual pass holder lounge is. So we're gonna go inside of there. It's the old Betty Boop store. We're gonna go inside there and see if they have any of the Epic Universe merch and just see if they've got it. This was the last place that I heard they did have it. There it is, the Betty Boop store. Universal Annual Pass Holder, Universal Orlando Annual Pass Holder Lounge. And there it is, the Epic Universe shirt, the first piece of merch for the park that is opening next year. Brand new theme park that Universal's building. In case anybody's wondering, it took about 10 minutes to get there, 5 minutes to look at the t-shirt and buy it. Now we're headed back out. Got 5 minutes until 2, that's when I'm supposed to be leaving. We did it, everybody. What a fantastic day. So like I said, the food over at Circus McGurkus was really good. We really liked the All Hallows Eve boutique, and we got to take a look at some of the DreamWorks construction. Then we ran back over to Islands of Adventure and we got a shirt, got an Epic Universe shirt. So all in all, it was a fantastic day. And with that being said, we are off. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hi, this is Rich.
I'm Anthony. I go by Anthony's Vlogs from Orlando. So like 1K subscribers, and now it's time to pay the price.